This is the first video in a series of videos that will help you with your migration to the version 7 of the Web Builder. In this video we will provide a general overview of the version 7, where to find support documents, how to set up your credit card processor, and how to reconnect your UPS account if you had UPS set up in version 4. A few of the new features that have been added to the version 7 software include the ability to create custom URLs for pages and products, wish lists, the ability for customers to log into the website and see restricted pages and price sets, flyout navigation menus, product filters, an integrated blog, the ability to create page redirects, product reviews, a lot of improved features for navigation elements like product lists and page lists, and quite a few other things that they've added to the version 7. Due to the high volume of people who are migrating to the version 7, we ask that you review all the video tutorials and documentation before calling in to support. You can find the version 7 help pages at crescendo.com. Up at the top you'll see the support tab, and then you'll see the icon for the website builder. Click on that, and here you'll find step-by-step instructions, how-to videos, and FAQ pages. Also, once you're in the web builder, you can find context-sensitive help up here in the upper right-hand corner. You just click on Admin and then click Help, and you'll see a relevant help page will come up. And this will work anywhere in the web builder. So let's say you're over here on the Files tab. Go to Admin up there, click Help, and up comes the help page. You'll see it says Files there. And on here you'll see videos and a lot of documentation and instructions. So it's a very useful section of the web builder. So also, before we begin, you want to make sure you're using a compatible browser. Most browsers will work just fine with the version 7 software, but we do recommend the Chrome browser. That's the one that we use here. It works very well with the version 7 software. So you can download that at www.google.com/Chrome. Now, the one browser that you'll want to avoid is the Internet Explorer browser. Explorer doesn't work very well with the editor text elements. So definitely, if you're using Internet Explorer, you'll want to switch to Chrome. Also, most browsers by default have pop-up windows blocked, so you'll need to disable that once you get going here. So let's say you're in the builder here, and you click the preview button down here in the bottom left. Right? Click the preview, you'll see that up here. You get a message from Chrome saying the pop-up was blocked. Right? And then after a few seconds it shrinks down to a small red X here. Right? You click on that, select Always Allow Pop-ups from storesonlinepro.com, and then click Done. Now the next time you click that preview button, you'll see a website with a preview of the site comes up. And this is going to be a preview of the site just as it would look to your customers. So you can browse the different tabs and select the drop-down menus and things of that nature. When you're done with the preview window, though, I always recommend closing it with this red X up here. That way it doesn't get caught behind any other windows that are open on your desktop. Now also, once you get into the version 7 license, you'll see that it looks quite a bit different from the version 4. The version 4 had all those tabs across the top here. Well, they took the tabs and put them on the side on the left here. And they also added quite a few other tabs, plus these more buttons, which have additional options. And as a general rule, the version 7 goes from left to right. So for an example, let's say you're in the Pages tab here. You would become a little bit more specific in the center column by double-clicking on the page that you want. So double click on home here. Now to zero in a little bit further, you'd go to the right and click the kind of content that you want to view about that page. So let's click on elements here, and you'll see a list of all the elements on the page. And then to zero in and go into one of those elements, you can just double click on it here. And here we're in one of the text elements on the page. Another thing that you're going to notice is that there are no done buttons on the version 7. They completely eliminated done buttons. To make changes, let's say I add some text to this page, right? To save the changes, all I have to do is move forward somehow in the web builder. So I might select another tab over here on the left. Let's click Forms, right? Now when I go back, you'll see that I can go back into that element and the change took. Also, I could click the built-in back arrow here. That would also make the changes save here. So click Home. Now go back in there. You'll see it's saved. And then also the preview button will save changes to the web builder. So you don't have to worry about the done button anymore. Just moving forward, just doing your work will update everything in there. Also, you'll notice that to add things to the license or to add things to pages, there's a plus sign at the bottom, and you'll see that all over the web builder. Here in Forms, got a plus sign, right? Price sets, plus sign everywhere. To add something, you just use that plus sign. So for instance, if we're in Pages here on the left, say I want to add some content to the home page, right? Click Pages there, double click on the home page, click Elements on the right. To add an element, I would just click the plus sign at the bottom, and here you have a whole list of different types of content that I could add there. So the first thing you'll probably want to do when you open up your version 7 license is add your email address for the web builder notifications. And those are going to be notifications for when you publish or when you've exported products. So here on the left under the Site menu, click on More. And then down here you'll see Options. Click on the word Options. And over here on the right, click Account. Right? And you'll see here you want to enter something in here for your email. So this way when you publish or something builder related happens, you'll get an email about it. The next thing you'll want to do is you want to make sure your processors and your payment methods are all set up correctly. So we'll first show you how to set up your processor. We'll use AuthorizeNet as an example. So over here on the left under the Products section, click on More. And here you'll see that there's an option called Processors. Click on the word Processors. And to add one, we just click that plus sign at the bottom. Here you'll see a list of all the integrated processors. Up at the top, choose AuthorizeNet. Right? And here, all you'll really need to do to get this set up is type in the credentials for your AuthorizeNet processor. Most people will want to have this switch on, settle transactions when payment is authorized. That settles the credit card transaction right there while the customer is in the shopping cart. And of course, if you have any questions, again, you can go up to Admin, click Help, and you'll see information about that processor that you're setting up. Okay, so once you've got this processor set up, you'll need to make sure that it's connected to the payment methods. So over here on the left, click on Price Sets. You'll see the option Payment Methods here. Click on that. And here you'll see the Visa, MasterCard, and Discover and PayPal. So notice that in this column marked Processor, none of these payment methods have anything in there yet. Right? So Let's go ahead and connect the authorized net processor to the Visa payment method. You'll want to double-click on Visa, and then you'll see a drop-down menu there that says Processor. All you really need to do here is select Authorized Net, and then click that back arrow that says Standard Orders, and you'll see now Authorized Net will be used when somebody types in their credit card numbers for the Visa payment method. Same thing, you want to do the same thing for MasterCard and Discovered. So double-click on MasterCard there. Right, there's that drop-down menu that says Processor, change to Authorized Net, and then click that back arrow that says Standard Orders. PayPal is going to be a little bit different. Right? Obviously, we wouldn't want to use Authorized Net as the PayPal processor. So we'll want to set up the PayPal processor first and then connect it. So over here on the left, under Products, click on More again, and then click on the word Processors, and then click that plus sign at the bottom. Right? And for the PayPal processor, you're going to choose the one that just says PayPal. This would be for the standard PayPal processor. So click on that. Right, and here for PayPal, all you really need is to type in the email that you use for your PayPal. Right. There's a section called button text. We recommend you put something like click here to complete. Click here to complete your order. Right, that's going to show up as a link on the PayPal website when they're done with their order. That will bring them back to your website. And then you'll also want to have the Send Detailed Transaction Values to PayPal switch on. Okay, so now that you've got the PayPal processor all set up, we'll need to connect it to that payment method. So over here on the left, click on Price Sets. Go click on the word Payment Methods, and then double click on your PayPal payment method there. And you'll see there's a drop-down menu here that says Processor, and all you have to do is select PayPal. Okay. So the next thing you need to do, if you had UPS shipping set up in your version 4, you'll want to set it up for version 7. If you didn't have UPS shipping set up in version 4, that's okay. You can move on to the next video, number 2 in this series. So to set up your UPS shipper, it's a lot like setting up your processor. First, you'll come over here on the left under Products, click on More there. And down here you'll see the Shippers option. Click on the word Shippers and click the plus sign at the bottom and select the UPS option there. Now UPS is currently the only shipper that we have integrated into version 7. Once you're in here, you'll see there's a Register button, and you will need your UPS account number to do this. So click Register there, and you'll see it opens up a wizard you can follow through. Go ahead and click Next. Agree to the terms and conditions here. Click Next. Okay, now on this screen, up here at the top, it asks for contact. You want to type in your name there. For title, they're looking for something like Mr. or Mrs. or Ms. And that is a required field, so you want to put something in there. Email, type your email. And site URL, put the domain name for your website. Okay, and then this next field is where you would put your UPS account. And to find that, you can log into the UPS portal, and you'll be able to retrieve that account number there. And then finally at the bottom, you can select No, and then click Next. And then that will connect your UPS, your Stores Online UPS shipper with your UPS account. And you'll see once you're through that section, instead of this Register button, you'll see your UPS account number there. So once that's done, the final thing you'll need to do is connect this shipper to the UPS shipping methods. So go over here on the left to price sets. Click on the word shipping methods here. And any of these shipping methods that have a type of UPS, you will want to connect to the shipper. Right now you'll see that in the shipper column, there's nothing here. So we'll want to connect that shipper to these shipping methods. Go ahead and double click on the UPS shipping method. And then here there's a drop-down menu next to shipper. Just select UPS. And you'll want to do this for each shipping method that uses UPS. So let's go ahead and do the next one here. You'll see this one for UPS Next Day Air. We'll double click on it. Right, in the drop-down menu here next to shipper, select UPS, and then click that back arrow that says standard orders. And that's it. Now your UPS shipper is connected to these shipping methods. Now you can move forward and start to test out your ordering rules and place test orders, and that will be covered in the next video tutorial.